Conor, I'll give you credit where credit is due. First things first, you're the first athlete I've ever interviewed that is dressed better than me. I just want that on the record, okay? So congratulations on that. But I gotta ask you this question. Some people believe that you're not as dangerous as you used to be.
Yeah, well,
they don't feel that way. Okay, because
you know, every time I sit in an interview, it's, oh, why are you here? You've too much money, you're too successful, you've done it all, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot more left in me. I'm still very young, I'm very fresh in the game, and I'm a dangerous man, Stephen. I'm the most dangerous of them all. You know what I mean? I have 19 knockouts in my mixed martial arts career. Saturday night, I will get my 20th. It'll be my 12th UFC main event. Only 32 years of age, fresh as anything, I'm ready to go. So I'm gonna prove how dangerous I am, because trust me, in the mindset I'm in, I'm really, really dangerous. This man is not, it's not going to be pretty what's going to happen to this man in here.
Let's rewind the clock to the press conferences leading up to the sequel between you and Dustin Poirier. People looked at you and said, you were incredibly nice. You were nicer than anybody had ever seen Conor McGregor be towards an opponent. Why was that?
You know, I feel almost pity for some people in the game, to be honest. I had a little bit of pity for Dustin. You know, he's been around many years. You know, it's not a pretty game for a lot of people in this business. And I just came back and, you know, wanted to be respectful and, you know, give the dues, and, you know, that this time, you know, it wasn't reciprocated. It was shady. It's not that I didn't know about it. It's not that I didn't know the intentions, but now the intentions are clear, and I'm going to punish him for that.
How was it shady? What did he do that made you
just
say it was shady?
Just a few things, you know, just a few things.
You're on national television. Tell us how. What are those?
It's been noted throughout the build-up with certain things, with certain discussions we've had, and just shady behavior. I'm not in the business of explaining any of it, but no, the man is going to pay for it.
When they look at you and they saw a guy, that's the excuse in terms of Dustin Poirier, nice guy, you felt bad for him, et cetera, et cetera. They're looking at you and they're saying, maybe you were a nice guy because, again, you're thinking about all that you
Stephen, I am a nice guy.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Okay.
You know, I am a nice guy. You know what I mean? It's just about not translating it into the game. You can't be nice in this business, that's for sure, no matter what. You know what I mean? You've got to be ruthless in it. I've got to stay ruthless. That's what I've been saying. You know, in the most ruthless business of all, I am the most ruthless, and that's what it is, and that's where I am.
They look at Conor McGregor right now, the novices, not the avid followers who know the sport.
They're all novices. They're all novices to me, Stephen.
I'm talking about fans. I'm talking about fans. I'm not talking about the fighters,
okay.
but just the fans. Watching you fight, they've seen you lose to Nurmagomedov. They saw him wrestle and maul and grapple. They saw you lose to Dustin Poirier, and they said those calf kicks really hit you. I know what I peeled from it was that, excuse me, that leg, that front leg of yours was ready to go.
Don't forget, he also shot for the legs 20 seconds in. You know, almost as fast as the Dagestani. The Dagestani shot for the legs for the takedown 15 seconds into the first round. Dustin was 20 seconds. You know, they know what's what. They can say what they want. They know the danger that they face. Now it's, you know, I understand they fight me afraid. They dive for the legs. They try and stall positions. They shell up. They look to kick the legs. There's things I'm aware of now, and I've made adjustments, and I look forward to, you know, correcting it.
I became a fan of this sport in large part for watching somebody like you knock people out. You know,
my record in mixed martial arts competition is 19 wins and 1 loss.
This is #1 bullshit.
I only count knockouts. Dustin's record is 13 wins, 2 losses. The only thing that's final in this business is a knockout. All the decisions, the taps, all that shit means nothing to me. I'm coming to take a man's head off, and that's it. You know what I mean? I was aiming to put a few holes in his head the last time. Now I'm going to put a few holes in his head and send it into the bleachers.
What about somebody that looks at Conor McGregor and said, excuse me, sir, that just happened to you? What do you say to them about that?
Yeah, well, here we go again. I'm back, you know what I mean? So let's go.
I look at it and I say to myself, Conor McGregor, you don't want to stand straight up with him still because he'll put you to sleep. He'll knock you out. But if you grapple, if you calf kick him, excuse me, you mess with his lower extremities, that's hard for him to take. That's not the fight that Conor McGregor wants to, because he fought Floyd Mayweather. He was talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. He's addicted to the knockout, addicted to striking. Yeah. If you go away from that, that's how you beat Conor McGregor. To that you say what?
Yeah, well, just try it now. Try it now. You know what I mean? I'm opening up the targets, opening up the toolbox, you know what I mean? It's just about going into my toolbox. It's vast, you know what I mean? My stances, my approaches, my attacks, my shots. So I'm gonna whip out all the weapons here, and I'm aware of what, you know, that panic shot, the panic in his body. I see it all written all over him. I saw it in the first fight when I sparked him. You know, I even saw it in the second fight. I just wanted to pat him on the head almost, you know? That's kind of the way I felt with it, but that's gone now. It's on now.
I'm interjecting because he actually admitted it was almost like a flash KO. You hit him, you caught him.
I sent an electric bolt through his body multiple times.
He said you caught him, but you didn't follow up. Why not?
Because here's another thing, because I was trying to get the rounds. I wanted to get rounds in, but then I realized I'm not paid by the fucking hour here. There's none of that going on this time, trust me on that. I sent electric bolts through his entire body, from his head to his toes. You can see him rattled in the octagon. In the first round and in the second round, he was out on his feet. So he knows it as well as I know it, and it's gonna be a buttering.
Let me rewind back and get a little personal with you here about something. I did a little research, doing a little reading, and I heard that Conor McGregor was once a plumber's apprentice.
That's right. I'm back on the building sites now, Stephen. I'm back on the building sites. That's my mindset.
Yes.
I'm Forbes, the highest paid athlete on the Forbes list this year, but now in my mind I'm back on the sites. I'm back on the building sites with a high vis and a hard hat and a hammer in my hand.
I'm asking this question because in doing that research, I read that your parents didn't want you to get into this game. You even got into a fight with your dad until you told him one day you're gonna see I'm gonna be a millionaire, and you told him that, and you obviously accomplished
Stephen,
that goal.
when that conversation was going on with my parents, you were in the same boat as my parents. There was no game. It wasn't I was getting into a game. There was no game. I made this game. I built it up. My father said to me, at the time I think it was Chuck Liddell and Tito and those guys that were kind of, on. And it was like, how much do they make? Can you make a living out of it? And you couldn't. So I'm just trying to convince, I'm going to make a living out of this. I'm going to make it a business where you can make it a living. And that was basically it. So, they didn't know what it was,
But that's where I'm going. Because you accomplished those goals, obviously making your family proud. You got a proud papa for Conor Jr., all of the stuff that you've accomplished, all the great things that you've achieved in your career. Is it possible that no matter what you say, that you're sitting back knowing that everything's gonna be all right no matter what? That's the fire that people is questioning whether or not that's still there with Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, well,
what do you say to that?
I mean, I'm coming in to kill this man. I'm coming in with vicious intent here, murder shots. So, what else can I say? That's the way it is. I don't care about nothing here. I'm coming to take this man out cold.
And if you don't do it, what does
it's
that
done.
mean?
It's done. It's already done.
Okay. So if you do it,
it's done.
what does that mean for your future
I
in the
keep
UFC?
going on to the next one. On to the next one. I flew in on the jet just now. We saw the Allegiant Stadium, which is a phenomenal looking stadium. I'd like to fight in that in the end of the year. This is what I love to do.
Against
man. I'm
who?
born and bred to do this. Like I said, you can go back way in time. My family name were bred on the battlefield, swinging pickaxes on the back of a horse. You know what I mean? That's where the McGregor name comes from. We come from the Scottish Highlands. We're warriors. It's all I know. It's all we know. So I'm going to be doing it for a long, long time yet.
When you say a long, long time, like you said, you're 32 years of age. How long are we talking?
332. That's, you know what I mean? I'm doing this until the day I go out. You know what I mean? If you look at Tyson came back at a phenomenal performance against Roy Jones Jr. And it was great to see Tyson come back like that. It was great to see Roy as well. I was very impressed with the performance. People walk away from the sport. It's not like your physical body lets you down. It's just the mental fatigue of it all. You know what I mean? Tyson said a quote that I was interested in. He said, "What would Cuss say to you if he was to?"
Customato.
What would Customato say to you now that you're coming back? He said, "What took you so long?" And I agree with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep going, and that's it. You'll never get rid of me. This game is mine. This city, Las Vegas, is mine. This world is mine. Saturday night, I'm gonna show that.
And I asked this question because I also read about, and people talk about things like this where, okay, it's the fame, and people think about, okay, so I've got fame and I'm comfortable, and that might be the reason. Where in fact the reason might be the people that you got to ward off, because everybody wants a piece of you once you're that champion.
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman spoke about being a champion and how tough that is.
He is a bum of a thing. Don't mind him. There's no celebrity, there's no fame. That thing is nada, nothing, not even on the radar of anything. Fame and celebrity, there's pitfalls for it. But I am no celebrity. People mistake me for a celebrity. I break people's faces for money and bounce. That's what I do. So Saturday night, I'm gonna do it again.
Who's next, assuming you beat Dustin?
I would go for that lightweight belt. The lightweight belt, of course. Oliveira, the Brazilian.
Okay.
Then we'll look to replicate. We'll go back up weight divisions and whatnot.
Nurmagomedov lost. Dustin Poirier lost.
Where's he gone, Bo? Where's he now?
He's retired.
Yeah, well, why? He went sprinting. He's gone. Shit, his jocks came fat and riding off. He done nothing in the sport. All he done in the sport. Yeah, oh, brilliant. And what?
He's never lost?
He was 13-0 fighting guys with 3 wins and 6 losses. It was his father's shows. His father had the shows set up, and he was fighting bleeding guys with like 2 wins and 8 losses and all. That's his record up until he's 20-0. He has 3 fights on the trot in the UFC. Before that done him well. And then before that, it's nothing. It's pullouts. Couldn't make weight. That's that. So,
now the last time
and now he's gone.
Does the UFC in the year 2021 need Conor McGregor.
Yeah, forever. The UFC needs me forever.
Well, you can't live forever.
Yeah, but I am forever. I am forever. My accomplishments are forever. My knockouts are forever. My run is forever. You know, my domination of 2 divisions is forever. And you know what's to come is gonna be more forever.
What if the UFC says that's true, but we need you to win?
Yeah, well,
we need you to win.
Of course, that's Saturday night. Saturday night, you're gonna see a dominant performance.
Have you ever felt pressure
No.
in your career the
No.
way, are you feeling pressure now?
No, not at all.
None at all?
Not at all. You think the way the last one went, I should be feeling less, or should be less confident. I'm actually more confident, to be honest with you, how it went. So I don't feel pressure.
Why are you more confident?
Just the way the last fight went, you know, the way I was, the way, you know, it's funny watching the way the man thinks and the way the opposite team thinks. Like, it's going to be nasty in here, Stephen. It's going to be nasty in here on Saturday night.
When you lost to Nate Diaz, you disappeared for a little while. You didn't want to do press tours or anything like that. You were focused on avenging the loss to him.
Yeah.
Is that the similar feeling
Yes.
to what you have
Yeah.
with Dustin right now? Or is it worse?
Yeah, it's more venomous.
It's more venomous.
Yeah, it's more venomous for sure.
And
Just
why
the way,
is that?
Yeah, just the way things have went. I don't know.
So Saturday night, when this fight is over, what will we walk away saying about Conor McGregor?
The greatest of all time. What a dangerous man. Shouldn't have doubted him. The usual.
You feel that you've been doubted?
Of course.
Do you feel that's been fair?
I don't really care about it. It's fuel to me. It's fuel to me.
Last question, win by KO or just to win Saturday night?
KO, out on a stretcher, this man is going.
Question for Conor, right here. You walked out, you posed for the crowd, it seems like you pulled some of Dustin's hot sauce out and poured it and threw it at him. Why did you feel the need to pour out his hot sauce?
It's garbage. Don't have that garbage up on my bleeding stage. Where's the proper 12, the real sauce? The real Irish hot sauce. I got a nice bottle of Redbreast 21 sitting at the house after I whipped that ass.
And Dustin, in the cage after that last one, I mean, you know, you were still in the cage and you were already saying trilogy. We got to do this again. We got to do this again. Obviously, it's a huge money fight, but at that moment, when you're still in there, what's going through your head? Is it, this is going to be the biggest paycheck I'll ever cash, or was there something else about it?
I knew this was next. Like, as soon as I got to my hotel room that night, I knew this was next. I've kind of been preparing for this fight since that fight ended.
Yeah. And all the discussion, I know you've heard it. Low kicks, calf kicks, low kicks, calf kicks. When you hear that, do you say, well, yeah, I executed perfectly, or do you say, why are people not giving me credit for everything else I did in that fight?
You know, the calf kicks led to shots that hands that opened up shots, but that's MMA. There's a lot of different moving parts. That's what it is, you know. If it's not calf kicks, it'll be something else, takedowns or boxing that opens up calf.
You're getting walked like a dog in that octagon on Saturday night.
And I guess lastly for me, Dustin, I mean, this is obviously different. It was legitimately last time. It's getting kind of ugly again. Is this getting personal for you at this point?
Nah, straight business, man. This is,
You're only a little bitch. Your wife is your husband. You're only a little bitch of a thing, a silly little hillbilly. Joe Lee's wife. Joe Lee's wife. Joe Lee's wife. Joe Lee's wife. You little bitch of a thing.
you used to be a lot better than that, man. The trash talk was a lot better than that. Fucking weak.
Conor, I want to ask you to say, Conor, throughout your career, when something has gone wrong, you've always evaluated it spot on and made the corrections. Right afterwards, you really did point to those low kicks and said how dangerous those was. But in the time since, have you seen other issues or other challenges that he presents to you, or is that really all that you need to address here?
This is my bread and butter. This is what, wakes me up in the morning with fire in my belly. Errors to correct, tactics to prepare for. So I've had a great camp, a great focus on the
throwing
opponent,
dick
on the
kicks this
skills. What?
Throwing dick kicks this time.
Yeah, shut your mouth, you little fool. I'm gonna dance on your head.
This is really the first time you've been in the same room with Dustin since Fight Island. Has seeing him in person now, after all the back and forth on social media,
I think he looks rough, to be honest. I look like the weight cut is getting to him. And, you know, I can see it in his eyes. There's stress in his eyes, a lack of sleep. You can see it. It's coming for him on Saturday night, and he knows it, and I know, and I'm gonna love doing it.
Dustin, same question. Is finally seeing Conor in person after all the back and forth on social media, has it elicited any more emotions, or is it still just business as usual?
No, it's just business. I see a man here.
I see a corpse.
That needs to get crazy.
I see a dead body.
Hey, this question for Conor. Hey, this question for Conor. This Ocho Cinco with BR Betting. A quick question. Myself and the entire BR Betting family, we rocking with you Saturday night, and I want to hear from your mouth. Are you a lock?
I'm a lock, a cert. I'm gonna kill this man.
Conor, when people think about you, they think about the guy who apologized to absolutely nobody. Is that guy here today, and will he be here on Saturday?
An evolution of that guy. I'm better than that man, you know what I mean? I'm at the evolve, and I feel I'm at the coming full circle, and I look forward to showing it on Saturday night.
Dustin.
That night was the single greatest performance in UFC history, widely regarded. The night I won the second world title in Madison Square Garden. This performance on Saturday night, I'm gonna top it.
And Dustin, question for you. Winning this trilogy, would it be more meaningful than winning the interim lightweight strap at UFC 236 against Max Holloway?
It'll be, I think, bigger for the hype.
Don't contradict yourself, Dustin, because the last time we were up here, you were giving it all the large ones, saying, oh, the title means everything. Yeah, here you are up for the bread and the butter, you little fake cunt.
First question for Conor. Conor, they say that game recognizes game. When you look at Dustin, does he feel like he's on your level? Do you recognize him as a champ?
No, he's not in the same stratosphere as me. The man looks disgraceful up here. He looks frail. He looks frail at this weight now. I'm telling you, his head, his body, his frame, his eyes, that weight cut is getting to him. I'm on weight ready to go. There'll be no 155. There'll be nothing free given here. Everything's getting took here.
Second question for Dustin. You entered the UFC as a young fighter. Now you're a wise businessman. What's that journey been like for you to be entering the fight game, but now in the business game?
It's been a lot of growth, you know, learning from losses in life and in fighting. So just getting better.
Your wife is your husband.
Question for Conor. Conor, win or lose, do you respect Dustin Poirier no matter what happens on Saturday night?
I don't give a fuck about him, to be honest. I don't give a rat's ass about him. He's Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas is what he is. And that's the way he's going to go down. He's going to be known for that. It was a fluke win, and I'm going to correct it on Saturday night.
Dustin, the same question for you. Because do you respect him as a fighter despite all of the antics?
I'm so fucking freaked out that these two are going to move either way. I can't even...
He's not going to do
I can't even
nothing.
pay attention to this fight.
Just keep sketch on me, because that little fool will do nothing.
I'm going to slap you up if you come near me.
Conor, question for you. You have won exactly one fight since Barack Obama was president.
Shut your mouth, I'll go down and smash your nose.
Conor,
I'll
over
go
a
down
fighter
and smash
who
your
has
nose.
zero
You
wins
rat. You
over the
little
last
rat.
6 fights.
You little rabbit thing. Someone
This
smack
man
him.
sent
Smack
you
him.
to a place where time doesn't exist 6 months ago. We want to know, why should anyone expect anything different on Saturday?
It's one more fight I won than your little sissy ass, you little fanny pad.
Why should we expect anything different on Saturday? Conor, in all sincerity, why would it be any different on Saturday?
He said he's just putting his hammers on, his hard hat. My boots been strapped for the last 10 years.
Question for Conor. Despite your feelings towards Dustin, Habib, and Nate, do you still think it's important to have a strong rival to, help you get better and establish legacy?
Yeah, fuck the whole roster. Fuck the entire roster. I see the way it is. You try and be nice to them. You try and help them out of pity. But fuck them all now. It is what it is, and that's it. I'm coming for all of them.
Since being over at AT&T, you and Mike Brown really have developed a solid relationship. How much do you credit him for becoming becoming the fighter that you are today?
He's helped out a lot in my growth and my, my evolution as a mixed martial artist, combining everything, my kickboxing with my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu. He's a great guy to have in your corner.
And last thing for me, for Conor.
Louisiana wasn't good enough for you, was it? You left Louisiana. It wasn't up to scratch to get you the way you needed to be, was it?
Why are you guys reaching out to people in the boxing world that I know, trying to bring in boxing expertise?
Shut your mouth.
Why are you guys reaching out to my friends to bring into camp?
What? I reached out to no one, you thick. I played and sparked Paulie Malignaggi and sparring in the lead up to Fight Floyd, one of the better boxers on this fucking planet, you stupid tosspot. We never rang anyone to ask anyone for any bleeding info on you, you dope.
And we both did the same to you.
And finally, Conor, I've watched all your interviews this week. It seems like you've been hesitant to give the official Mystic Mac prediction for this one. Can you go on record right now?
Oh, I said I'm going to take him out in a stretcher. He's going out in a stretcher in this fight.
What round, sir?
You'll pay to see that.
That's final in this business is a knockout. All the other decisions, the taps, all that shit means nothing to me. I'm coming to take a man's head off.
Win by KO or just to win Saturday night?
KO, out on a stretcher, this man is going.
Oh, I said I'm going to take him out in a stretcher. He's going out in a stretcher in this fight.